This is Liberty Online TV powered by Orange Sierra Leone.
Orange. Good morning and welcome to another edition of your program, The Liberty Breakfast Show, where they come to you live from the Liberty Online TV, na Facebook, YouTube, and also we website. Remember, say Liberty Online TV, they powered by Orange Sierra Leone. We will bring the program come to you this morning. My name na Khadija Bangura.
And Mina Mabel Kaba, good morning. Today na Tuesday, December 19, and inside this edition of The Breakfast Show, we can talk about the peace communique implementation between the government and the APC, and the theme for this morning na politics.
Well, for if we talk about this theme this morning, where they look at politics with special focus on the communique where the government of Salon and the All People's Congress APC party been signed, how far they don't go for implement some of the things that were there inside this communique. As we all remember, after they don't sign the peace communique, the APC member of parliament, them, the local councillor, them, the chairman, them for the council, been go back and take part of governance. And then we don't begin meet as a committee for looking inside some of the other things that were there inside the communique. But this being said, we don't there issues, especially from the main opposition, All People's Congress, USAI, then they say the other clause we get for do it for release all the political prisoner them. The government no one try for meet that particular clause there. Well, now all here they can analyze this morning, but for if we do some of the analysis there, we get Thomas Dixon, when I a social commentator and also a journalist in the studio. Good morning, Thomas, and welcome to the program, The Liberty Breakfast Show.
Good morning. Thank you very much.
And also on the line, we get Alpha Joba, where himself now a social commentator and a political analyst. He go join we all the way from the United Kingdom. All the issues program for you this morning. But before we come there, let's just take the short break. Welcome back, and we will continue with the program, the Liberty Breakfast Show. In case you just the tune in, member say yourself get responsibility for support Liberty Online TV by way how you go share the program so that more people go join the conversation this morning. Well, we tell us say the theme they look at this morning na politics. Also, we they look inside the peace communique where sometimes in October the government of Salon, after 3 days dialogue because of issues them where the All People's Congress APC party been get from the June 24th elections, then be make a resolution say them party no go take part of governance. This be make international mediator them through the National Peace Commission been calm na been to money. Also then sit down for 3 days, look inside all the issues them. Then after that, then be sign a communique where inside this communique then get some resolution them where both the government and the All People's Congress for work together, set a committee we go look inside some of the issues there. So two of the things them na the communique them be don't do the All People's Congress, the members of parliament, they be don't go parliament, and then we don't set up this committee when His Excellency the President be launch. Now let we go on the line and join Alpha Joba, a political analyst. Good morning, Alpha Jo, and welcome to the Liberty Breakfast Show.
Well, the agreement with APC and the SLPP sign. Now, one way we welcome people in a salon everywhere, international community welcome this agreement. But the way of the implementation is stalled now, don't raise concerns for everybody. But at the end of the day, again, for able to understand what's exactly they happen in our country. Recently, we get a security breach where later the government say a coup d'etat. So when they break the prisoners, they all run away, they all go away. So at the end of the day, it will be very difficult to see how for get them prisoner they are back in the prison. So if we want to be sensitive enough, we for understand say that particular aspect, they suppose them get to go back to the drawing board and see how best they can amend them. But there's no way we due to what happen. So the communique or recommendations of the agreements not going to be implemented. It's supposed to be implemented to the fullest, But we suppose for understand within the happen at the country and people for be genuine enough for commit themselves towards this implementation of the agreement here. So now prisoners not they would expect the APC and the SLPP, then we get a communication channel where they open prior to signing of this agreement. That same communication channel, therefore able to exploit them in a way we then we able to communicate to themselves back and understand saying that this will happen at the country. We get to work towards maintaining the soul of the nation through this implementation of the communique. But for later, they go on Twitter, political leaders, they argue with the two shades. It's totally unacceptable. And it shows say that they not sound serious to plenty of we Sierra Leonean them. And we're not happy about the present situation of the implementation of the communique. Then if we go back to the drawing board, gets at opposition on the prison because prisoners are not there. So whether you go free, without for implement this particular aspect of the communique, it cannot be implemented now. But they need to go back, get an agreement. No, say they're very serious for implement this. We don't get series of other agreements in the past or recommendations them where they don't implement. If they want them to don't be implemented, we'll not for reach down to this level. The recommendations of the Truth and Reconciliation Commission. Now, one way entails most of what we see today. All which we will go through today. Now, one way the TRC may recommend say, then for see through and then for see that they implement some of those things for save the nation from some of these episodes. So the reoccurring of the similar pattern of violence.
Alpha Joe, if you speak of sincerity, the 8 points them where they inside the agreement where government been signed with the All People's Congress APC party, we're entitled to say now for national unity. This particular agreement, just 8 points of resolutions them where them be reached to. You as a social commentator, how you go describe them? Is it a sincere agreement where go speak to the issues where Salon people them they go through currently, or is it just a win-win situation for the government and the APC?
First place, I don't know how they come about for design that kind of form of agreement. Not to APC and SLPP are the only political party in Salon. We forget a political contestation which stem from an election where most observers them, where the ECSL being come in say, you can observe how they conduct this election. And the idea about elections being transparent, being free and fair, now that you were they organize, you have to go to whatever length for proof say this is transparent. What are the conduct for now? It's transparent. But we all see it happen. But again, if we say we move on as a nation, where some of we not too happy about, but again, we can understand say when a nation they move on, it's not about that win or that lose. It's about what we have to do, we go solve that problem there. That time they follow move on as a nation. But for answer your question, the agreement is supposed to be between APC and SLPP. It's supposed to be between maybe the government, because now they have power, and people of Salon. So at the end of the day, other political players and the way them for involved in agreements. Because now let's say some areas say internally displaced persons, we internally or externally displaced person due to political intimidation, attack or harassment, therefore encourage them for come back. People and they will not put APC and SLPP, except a victim of what happened. So waiting at the fate of them people and top for political prisoners, we APC for submit list. What if APC not submit list of other persons them we fall victims due to political harassment and intimidation? So at the end of the day, it just show how people are selfish when it comes to issues of Salon. How people only care about themselves, their political party persuasions, nine and care about that much. Because if you look at the broader picture, we're supposed to forget a national conversation. We're supposed to forget a talk as a people, as a nation. Say we tire with this reoccurring violence, reoccurring senseless political contestation. When they care, nobody gonna say, they make nobody benefits. Only the APC and SLPP. Because at the end of the govern, not then get for govern. So at the end of the day, either not then go benefits or not then go benefit. But this often can the one nation. Even who they abroad, who they feel the pinch of what's there for our country. So at the end of the day, we will expect a more broader outlook of a political discussion. We could cover areas then we get for do with Salon, not to just APC and SLPP.
himself now a journalist and also a social commentator. We don't follow this particular topic or they discussed this morning closely. Thomas, now we come to you. We see Usai, the APC and the government inside the peace communique and get certain things, them clause them, 8 points them, where they say for do, they don't implement the first, the second, when for let them take part back in our governance and set up this committee, then launch out with Usai and they meet with international community. But recently we see a banter sort of, now the social media, Twitter to be precise, Usai the co-chair where they represent the All People's Congress, Dr. Kelfala Mara tweet say the government not willing again for implement some of the things them, especially where it come for release people the way they call say political prisoner. The chief negotiator where they represent the government say if the APC bring back the prisoner they will come out from Pademba Road, they're ready for do what they're supposed for do.
I think first of all, this is not the first time for let we get communique or resolutions, or we get a document we for lead we as a nation, politically, socially, or otherwise. We don't get previous document them, and the problem now the aspect of implementation. The aspect of implementation either the be or it is slow. Following the June 24 elections, we see inside the opposition being raised issues, and followed by the international community, say some stages of the election, particularly the tabulation stage of the election, being lack transparency. And as such, the opposition being say they know they go court, they know they take part by government, non-business by government. We at that point, some of we been think say no, well, go to court, and perhaps if you get evidence present in a court, but I think they have their own mistrust in the judiciary. So we feel that they're not for good court. So after that, we see inside the Economic Community of West African States, ECOWAS, Commonwealth, together with the WIOM Peace Commission, being for try for initiate dialogue. The sad part of it is that as a country, we get for which somebody outside can tell we say we get for settle. It's just like we in a family, we get plaba, you wife get plaba. Picking the all take sides, and then somebody the neighbor now they can tell you say no, but una not for this thing, not for go far, una for settle and this way and that way. So it's very sad. In the communique, they sign some interesting things them. They sign say the president for address the nation on national unity and cohesion. They say the APC, the opposition, for end the non-participation in governance. They sign say they forget a tripartite committee we for look into the elections systems and management we for review and then that committee they forget 3 heads. Then sign say them the party them for continue for dialogue. They forget inter-party dialogue. They say both parties for engineer and rekindle the relationship between the national social political system, short as between His Excellency the President and the former President. So there are a lot of things in the communique with the sign, and some of these points have been they're not implemented. I think say the banter starts when the chief minister try for give an update. He give an update about things that we don't implement, things that outside and do now, and waiting at the option. He give that, and then we see Dr. Kaifala Mara winner, the coach, one of the co-chair of the election review committee, being for point out on Twitter, a point out on one thing, that is the time for lead and starts as electoral review committee. He say it don't elapse. He say the time don't elapse. He also point out say some of the prisoners they not release them. But fair enough, as Jallo say, we on the aspect of releasing prisoner, we saw what happened in November 26. It will be difficult for government for able to say they go release prisoner when they're not in a cell. If they're not in a cell, it's very difficult for say they go release them. On the aspect of the electoral review committee, the chief minister been get for respond again on Twitter. I think say it means so sad that we see what political leaders they argue on social media.
That brings me to the next question we've seen. A lot of people don't they ask question about the sincerity and how serious we political leader them take Salone people them as citizens, because if they get a responsibility for do a whole electoral review, we bring lots of issues after the June 24th elections. One go and ask, say they don't get work rather than for dinner social media they exchange banter.
Well, you know, we get a crop of politicians and now we think say na social media and I didn't forgo expose themselves, which I think say is sad. I don't believe say we for reduce this particular process to social media blabber. I think so we get this problem in our country. If we want for solve problem, pass will make blabber. I think say it's so sad and it present the country in a bad light. What I think say we for do now for there is a channel of communication. The committee has already been set up. There are people from the government that are in the committee, people in there from the APC within the committee. I think say after the chief minister don't win at the government moral guarantor don't raise issues there. I think say it would have been wise for the leadership of the APC and the committee for call them and say, look, this is the point. You not reach to we. We not reach to this point rather than going on social media but perhaps not because the chief minister and first begin publish documents there don't reach na social media and prompt the action of Dr. Kaifala Mara and later Dr. Richard Content. But as I say, on the electoral review committee, the chief minister been respond. He say the reason why make the electoral committee review committee not start on time now because the resident coordinator, saying a tripartite chair and get and 3 people for chair this committee. You get 1 from the APC, you get 1 from the SLPP, you get the ruling party, you get 1 from the UN resident coordinator. We will get new UN resident coordinator. We're not been taking seats properly. So we say when the new resident coordinator taking seats, the process go start. But Dr. Kaifala Marabi say this process for start according to time. And he right because the electoral committee, according to the communique, gets 6 months time frame for review documents. And when we talk about election review, it's not just about bringing new documents. Election review get for doing with laws. Perhaps we lost them on the transparency of the election and very opaque. They're not too clear. So you get for look at then part of the laws that we get for review. Part of the laws that we get for remove certain things them. So 6 months is a good time, but it's good then start early and then present. And we still say them in launch. I think there is this discrepancy, even in the launching of the electoral review committee. We still say President in talk say this electoral review committee now for an enhanced transparency in future elections. We still say the opposition leader when Dr. Samuel Kamara been talk say the electoral review committee election not end it. That the electoral review committee go bring a conclusive end to the election, then go present evidence. So there is a discrepancy about what the electoral review committee will do. This electoral review committee, is it going to annul the elections or is it going to provide recommendations for future elections? So there has been this problem. And even when this November 26th thing happened, certain people erroneously they say that because they don't want to let the electoral review committee go on, now make this thing happen. So for me, I think if the government on their part and the opposition also on their part, they need for get out and explain the functions of the electoral committee so as the people on social media, particularly those in diaspora, go understand say the electoral review committee is not to annul the election according to the communique, but is to look at this election and present a way where they go reform either with laws, processes and procedures about election for future election perhaps in 2028 moving forward.
Continue for the video. We'll come back to you shortly. In our social commentator and a journalist, we look this morning at the theme winner politics with a special focus on the agreement for national unity where governments be done sign with the APC. We'll go for a short break and come back soon.
travel na fine thing, and he always dey come with full responsibility. No believe nobody for old bag na airport. I like it dressed like a salad. We staff them there for help you, not afraid for ask for help. Even if the one we come for help you look innocent, not fully yai by property. We hardworking staff then there for make you feel safe and secure. Not afraid for talk to anyone from them. Make sure say you bag lock fine and seal fine for let person not go tamper with them. For let you travel with. Seen the like drugs, or you go get big trouble. The law not go take and not be no and not be no. Travel suffer, take your journey. Enjoy the sky with collapse.
Alright, welcome back. It's still Iwachi Breakfast Show, and this edition of the Breakfast Show we talk about politics with a focus on the agreements for national unity where government been signed with the All People's Congress APC party. We get at the studio with Thomas Dixon, we're a social commentator and a journalist. We don't talk about this agreement as we notice say the two parties that were involved in this agreement for implement seems for day on a pause, and plenty people at the public they wait for see how then two parties so go able for communicate and come back and continue with the implementation of the agreement. As we continue the discussion, we come over again to Thomas Dixon. After where we don't notice the two parties that were involved in this agreement, where now the representative for government and that side of the APC got a back and forth on whether they are moving forward or then just don't they want sign out. Nobody know for push, forget a step be made for let them continue for implement waiting in at this agreement. From the two parties that were involved, in terms of seriousness, then they take salon people serious. At this time where we see, then say them go sign agreements for national unity. Then now all we they see now the back and forth na social media. Officially, we not see them they go again the path where they supposed for go.
Well, I think so when it comes to taking the people of Sierra Leone serious, who politicians not ever they take who serious. Even for go sign COMMUNIQUE, you ask yourself whether they do it with all amounts of sincerity, because it takes somebody from outside for can tell them say na this and this for do. Even when it comes to implementation, they know they get back and forth between themselves. This they say na this they say na that. And we still say the languages and the change over time. Like for example, government they tell you say some of these implementation some of these points in this communique we get for implementer according to the laws of Sierra Leone. Another issue perhaps we I think say now for because the communique been say then for look at them member of parliament then backlog salary then for look at in consonance with the laws of Sierra Leone. The All People's Congress, them tell the member of parliament, they say, then go get them backlog salary. The government, then they look at the South Side, say, in consonance with the laws of Sierra Leone. Meaning, they therefore look at the laws of Sierra Leone, whether they are up and run for them, for let them get the salary, whether they forget a backlog salary, when they not start for work it, or whether the government, but, you know, when you have, when you go into peace communique, there are certain times then the way they bend backward over for accept certain things, even though we're not legal, even though it's not lawful, but you go accept certain things for the sake of peace. So I think that is the same reason. That's not the same reason we make President Kaba, former President Kaba, we make Fode Sanko a position in charge of minerals equivalent to vice president. Even when the position not exists now with law books, it do just because for the sake of peace. So there are certain times for the sake of peace, you go look certain things. You say, no, this is not legal, but for let this peace hold water, la lefam. So the change of language where they happen don't create mistrust between the two political parties and the government mediator and the head of the All People's Congress Electoral Review Committees. Well, for me, I think say we the people, these two people continue to forfeit. We the people go suffer because we also don't see the Million Challenge Corporation. We clearly say they go only give Sierra Leone compact if we implement the points that the communique we get for deal with review of elections, review and reform of elections. So if we not implement it has to affect us. It therefore affect the people economically because some of these things, some of these international partners, we are moral guarantors. So they see for they see and call on the people who for implement and for let this thing be implemented.
Continue for the program. We can look at the effect.
Okay.
The government of Salon and the All People's Congress now implement some of the things that we did at the communique, especially the organ for talk about reviewing the country electoral laws them. Well, on the line now, we look at another issue. Usai, yesterday, we see the leader of the opposition at Parliament, Honorable Abdul Kagwo, we make a tweet. Usai, he talks, say, all Salon people get rights for they part of a registered political party. But according to I say some security personnel them don't begin they stop member of the opposition them and they intimidate them. Well, for no more about this issue on the line, I want to welcome Honorable Abdul Kagbo. Good morning, Honorable, and welcome to the Liberty Breakfast Show. Yesterday, now you official Twitter handle, you quote section 26(1) of the Salon Constitution, where according to you say this section of the Constitution guarantee all citizens them for the part of a registered political party. But according to you, you say security personnel them, they stop now members of the opposition them, check their phone them, and according to you now intimidation. You can just explain, let viewers they understand how you come to this conclusion.
You have to make noise and and what thing may happen now that I just see members for the next week. So come for us, waiting me various petitions. Then a lot of complaints that comes in where they at a point, they ask them, they do their phone, they shout the phone, they open the password, and they look whether they did not group or the
You volume and also you background. But they get small challenge for your review at the studio. And I sure say we view ourselves go to struggle for your review.
Now.
You want to move away from that young woman where they cry?
I know, no man.
Yes, you get me now.
Yes, clear.
Okay, now. Hello.
Yes, Honorable, go ahead. Do they hear you now?
When I get me?
Yes, sir.
When I get me?
Yes, please, we get you. Go ahead.
Yes. Like how they say just now. You know, we see members them now APC, they left APC groups them. Then they delete themselves now the groups. Then they delete themselves now the groups them, you know. So we come for ask why. And then reach out to we say where they reach now various checkpoints them. Then they call them, search them, phone them, and see, ask them for the password them. But we not been now from last week we get that complaint day. So we say let we self prove am. So we send some people them we also go now then checkpoints then they, you know, we then self confirm to we say where they reach now the checkpoint, then they tell them for condom, and then they tell them for give them phone, let them shut them phone, waiting the inside them phone, let them give the password of the phone. So most of the people away the APC, they delete themselves from APC group. And quite apart from that, even to day before yesterday night, around Calbaton axis, then barricade some places them, then say then defend prisoners the way we escape. Then they get people away the point houses belonging to APC supporters, and when them go na their houses, then they take the phone then at the hand, then they tell them let them open them phone them, let them search them phone them, let them see whether then na APC groups them. And to me feel say wetin happen so, you know, now something where APC no don't condemn, and now something where the government don't condemn. We should be seen fighting this January, this November 26 together. We for be seen fighting it together. We for be seen providing solution for it together. Because if it been succeed, if we don't retrogress the progress way the country they make, if we don't put the country far behind, Parliament not for the operate, not sign up for the operate. So we are particularly concerned as a political party within a parliament, you know, against anybody we want disrupt the peace of the land. So we not for use this as a trump card for intimidate supporters of the opposition. We not for use this as a trump card for make people afraid for their APC groups. We not for use this as a trump card for make people and they delete themselves in the APC group. It is not a crime to be a member of the All People's Congress. We don't say this continuously, and the constitution make it clear say everybody get right for belong to the political party where you want belong to. So this is not an APC thing. Let us not fet this thing as if this is an APC thing. There are people in the APC who are against what happened and who will not go ever wish for let anybody succeed for bring bad na this land, because this is Sierra Leone and this country does not belong to SLPP only.
It's honorable. Apart from the search we say then go do around Kalbatong, I take you back to the point where you begin make say where certain people they pass na checkpoints, then they take their phone and watch the group then within day. You want to give me example of any checkpoints and who that's not the people and where they do this search?
Yes, the number one checkpoint now mile 38. Now mile 38. Where people in the past, then they tell them all for candle. And where them candle and they ask them for submit them, phones them. They don't do more than 3 times now mile 38. And we get people them we don't be victim of dandy, you know, where then they take them phone. And even to day before yesterday net around Calbaton axis, you know, then they take people and phone them, where then they go and search, then say then they search for the escapees them. Then they go na people they host them, take them phones them, and watch whether they're in an APC group or they're not in an APC group. So this is very alarming. And as a political party, we are worried of this development. We want to see this fight not for be political, and this fight for target the one that we want bring down we country to chaos. We want bring chaos now country. And we as a political party ready for join government for ensure say we fight the fight and bring to justice the one that we're responsible for this.
can get structures or channel of communication to the public, and that of una supporter the way issues that like this can happen. But quite recently, most of the time now where issue they happen, or they see leaders of the opposition APC party either they're gonna X for tweet about things them where they feel dissatisfied with. Is it that the APC party don't be captured by fear?
No, APC party no go ever afraid. We not go ever afraid. We are a government in waiting. We not go ever afraid. We not the next government na this country. We not go ever afraid. Now that make sure say anything where they affect we people them, we come out publicly and share. Because one of the responsibilities that what we get now for protect we people the way they support the party. So I want to make it very clear that leaders of the not go ever afraid. If not that law we quit politics. But we not go ever afraid. And I am of the opinion that the investigation not the target we party. Now that na my opinion. Now that make essentially clear say, they not foresee APC people them as primary targets, and make them afraid and delete themselves na APC groups them.
Confirm say then they intimidate una members them, and now some of una members them they afraid they delete una groups them. How you as a leader of opposition and one of the executive members them na the APC go assure una supporter them of them protection?
Well, we were assure we supporters them. Once we dey in country, let them not afraid anything, let them comport themselves according to the law. Let them not do anything we know they in consonance with the law. Let them respect the coffee we government give, and let them make sure say they abide with the rules and regulations we the govern we as a nation. Let them not go ultra vires. Let them not do anything we go against. Lord, we comport we self. And I believe say with that day nobody no go use APC or use anybody in APC for intimidate them because of an affiliation na APC. So now that make way that they take the fight, take them as a target to APC. Some of we know the set mouth with they come out openly and express with dissatisfaction. And I sure say this go be, a food for thought for the security officers. They say, no, this is not about APC. This is about some people that will come for problem in the country, and then people and they will for target, not to the party.
Forward, the APC party gets any plan for discuss this particular issue with the security apparatus them, especially for the one they will send a mile 38 so you make mention of. When I get plan for engage the security sector on this?
I for meet with the Inspector General today, and me for discuss on this very issue. And I want to say this in the Inspector General of Police. Na a progressive man and a person where they listen to everybody. So I want to comment on that. I feel say when we talk about, we will get a permanent solution to this. We're not going to make any further they intimidate any of we supporters again.
Leader of the opposition na parliament, they talk to Liberty Online TV, another interview, they also confirm say some of them supported them, they harass them, especially in the mile 38 checkpoint, search them phone, then this don't make some of the supporters then they delete themselves, come out now some APC group them. We continue the program, the Liberty Breakfast Show. The theme of the program this morning are politics with a special focus on how government and the opposition APC party don't they implement the peace communique where they sign this BNTM after the dialogue we then get with international mediator them. Well, we get Thomas Dixon at the studio, a journalist and also a social commentator, and also on the line we get Alpha Joba from the United Kingdom, when a political scientist, and also they comment on issues that we get for the national interest. Well, as we keyword na Liberty Online TV, na inclusiveness, we always they try for bring the voice of the ordinary people them. Yesterday we reporter Mayatu Sheriff been go out, talk to the citizens them, waiting themselves think on how the government and the APC don't they implement this communique. Let we watch.
This na Liberty Online TV and me na Mayatu Sheriff. Today we are at the streets of Freetown, we can get the views of the ordinary citizens them on waiting and think, but the communique where the SLPP government Agreement been signed with the APC party 3 months ago inside October, wherein them we go sign a communique for make the APC parliamentarian they return back na parliament. And the second one have been for make the president's government able for pay them back them backlog salary with them be owed for 3 months. And the final one have been for make the SLPP governments be able for free the political prisoners them. So we don't see wherein 2 of them here so don't come into effect. But the final one, when have been for make SLPP governments free the political prisoners, them is still there to hold. So we there at the streets of freedom for can get the views of the ordinary citizens them on waiting and think about this.
I think say Papa government just get for sit down and look into this situation where they happen because we are all Sierra Leonean, you understand? We not come out different side them for can settle now. We all now so them born we and now so we all day. If he also make for we all go benefit. And if he also well for we all go disturb. And the picking itself where we the born self and the one itself where the cow self, they all go get a big problem by waiting they happen between the APC and the SLPP. And I believe say APC and SLPP not so they no more for say no more than get this country and no more for say no more they disturb people in this country. And this country also, we were there as a citizen. We don't decide say we want peace. We don't want nothing. We don't tell with all waiting they happen. So for government for look to waiting the citizen to look to we output. Like if the government say then they can create problem, at least the citizen and the citizen they say will create problem for the government. But if the citizen and citizen start full work no day, nothing no day, everybody don't be say well now okay we don't be we dey look now to waiting God go do na this country now. So government for look into all that and say well now okay we say let we think and know waiting we dey do.
Personally, it's a political agreement. If this were two parties we come to an agreement and so and so for do and we say one portion of the agreement don't already carry on with their own part of the agreement. I feel like for peace and tranquility in our country, the government for do as they don't say they do.
For the country, they become peaceful. For the country, able to succeed in anything the way that they want. I believe say the country will get for discipline. Discipline first. Then you get for at least put the administration in place. Me, I believe say the political prisoners then would go beyond expectation. Would the whole default, would the whole responsible. You understand? Let the law take it.
Personally, I just think since the present government they preach about democracy, make them practice democracy. As I believe for Sedan they go be like a standing point or a foundation for the next government to go come. Make themselves continue democratic rule in a sense, right? And everything will be free and fair, and we will avoid any form of violence or any form of hate or anything. We go and come in the future.
That's my voice of ordinary citizens. Them they give a young view to Liberty Online TV concerning the communique where the SLPP government been signed with the APC party inside October this year. For Liberty Online TV, me na Maria to Sheriff.
Alright, you still watch the Liberty Breakfast Show, and that's been views of citizens them where Maria to Sheriff been talked to for no waiting themselves think but the implementation of the 8 points national unity agreements where the government of Sierra Leone and the APC party been signed this PNTM. Well, from them views, then we go back on the line for join with other guests when Alpha Joba in a political scientist and also a commentator. We don't talk about the topic this morning when our politics with a focus on the agreements for national unity where government and APC been signed. Welcome once more to the show again. I'm Alpha Joe. As we continue this discussion, we don't hear it from the citizens, them waiting and think about the implementation of the thing where they inside this agreement. Now we'll look at the effects where these agreements go make to the general populace if the APC and government nor implement the balancing them we don't left inside the agreement?
Well, as we rightly don't hear from citizens, them, if government and the APC feel for implement this agreement, it will really just continue for further distrust with people that already get in the political structure, whether that governor in government, whether that the opposition. So at the end of the day, me feel say government say for no say they're not it for themselves, they need for govern the people and based on what the people they want. As you rightly don't see the people and views, we don't listen to the people and views them. There is very little trust in governance. There is very little trust in the political system. The whole ecosystem, political ecosystem, don't become so polarized in a way that people can get very little faith. So if agreement like this of the nation, then the flout and enable implementers to the fullest. To be honest, myself find it very difficult to predict what in the future could look like. But again, a good law understand things the way they happen. We know it's in the happen to the country at this moment. No understanding here. Try to get civil conversation where they get to us. We don't go to peace. That is dialogue. This dialogue and in outcomes when they communicate, that the very closest we don't go to peace for, let's say, 5-6 years or more. Considering the kind intense political polarization we don't happen in our country. And for how long will continue this way? Political contestation, disagreements, there's no end in sight. These points for being implemented with all genuinity, with all sincerity, and government gets major role for playing the implementation of these agreements. The opposition, there's a good for play, but governments are then get the sharp side. We all know that. So we call them, despite the investigation, but coup or security breach, whatever, would they call on them for implement this agreement to the fullest?
Clips of citizen them where clearly the state say themselves don't tire the two political party them, the APC and the SLPP, they cause a lot of problems and this they stall development in politics. If you don't reach to that level where the citizen they think so, what it mean for salon politics?
It means a lot. It means a lot, and unfortunate. And citizens, they're right. We get Freedom House, we can evaluate political systems them around the world, but countries them. In 2018, in terms of political rights, Freedom House gave Salon 28 over 40. In 2020, it's 7 over 40. All points, we fail 1 point below. In terms of civil liberty, in 2020, Freedom House 36 over 40. Then in 2018, where the APC been in power, Freedom House 2 points difference. So it just shows we get very little differences in the two political parties, the way they handle business that's alone. It's totally wrong and totally unacceptable. But this moment, the government in power get a lot for play for change some of them here with the African country. So at the end of the day, we feel they get for prove themselves worthy of the things the way they say. They cannot be that point. Then in the reality, we see something that happens so different. We want to see and their action here for be seen and therefore be felt by the people them. Not to just the supporter them for supporting and they say, then the other people so people don't fully believe in that. All man as alone. If president do something good today, they will support him. If you do something bad today, they will come out. But say I get hypocrisy. Wherein then when deny SLPP, everything we right with SLP, we then do it right now, right. There's nothing wrong about them. Then when they APC, everything we right, we then do now right. There's nothing wrong about them. You see wrong. Would they lose the soul of the nation? Would they lose the soul of the nation by refusing for being in the middle, by refusing the wicked for free? So SLPP in power not feel say they get for subject the whole nation to waiting they want. It's totally wrong and unacceptable, and they not go succeed. They not succeed. We not go support any form of armed struggle. We condemn every form of coup, attempted coup, because at the end of the day, that are the worst will happen to Salon. The coup of the NPRC not doing any good to Salon, neither the FRC, neither the civil war. So at the end of the day, there is no good coup, there is no way we could go help any nation. But they call on political leaders for be true to themselves. Now go on Twitter, they show because you eat, people are not see your every. It's totally wrong and unacceptable. People are not happy with what's going on. We want to see the implementation of the communique to the latter, or else we will continue to call them out over and over and again.
lots of people believe say the whole communique, the government decide for go into talks with the APC just for bring them, let them come back into governance. You think say na a trick play there?
Well, I go agree with people that we get that insinuation there. We get that way that thinking because the communique sailed smoothly onto a point where we know say now a sticking point. Now they stall. In as much as I can understand, say there are no prisoners to be freed for now, but then we get the same channel where they establish when we the citizens they know, where they begin talk with Samoa and the APC. Let them go back to that same channel. They assure those people that they committed to what the implementation of the communique, but not due to it happen. And the APC say for understand, say prisoners not citizens not the right for who protects this, not to citizens in their role, and not fall under the jurisdiction for protect prisoners, not the government, the correctional services. But we all citizens can contribute for help government in maintaining and upholding good governance and the rule of law. Wherein, if we see somebody where prisoner we can report to government for help government for further that goal of delivering good governance and maintaining and upholding the rule of law. But for say APC, vaguely APC for go bring prisoner, and APC lost prisoner, it's totally wrong and unacceptable. And it's so childish. We don't want that kind of government thing. It's so wrong and unacceptable. If Salon means some advanced that particular comment they go land to ever make that comment in serious trouble. Connect with the APC. How will I connect with them for let them bring because when I want the governance, when I want in a parliament, how will I begin the talks? When I go back to that same channel, when I discuss like adults, not like small picking, go on Twitter, social media, they make blah blah, they throw shades. It's totally unacceptable. It shows that they don't take me seriously. Where people suffer, what do they enjoy? Now just there with the government, with the very close to government, they enjoy. And that way the things don't they be forever na salon. For all Western na salon. They are very close to politics that they benefit. So they suffer. So they are where we get state stewardship. They are where the country that they have. We talk to them, say, let them try and arrange and organize themselves properly and make sure say then deliver peace, quietness, and progress for the people of Salon.
Studio enjoying Thomas Dixon. I will ask you the same question where I ask Alpha Joe. A lot of people believe say the entire communique thing, the way how the government been so willing for go 3 days, sit down, listen to the complaints of the opposition, say they issue a communique. Now for implement some significant part of the communique, we don't say they get back and forth. Most people say that trick the government, trick the APC because they want them into governance.
Well, the people get right to them thinking and within them believe. But me, I want to elevate the discussion small to a level that I think say this communique be imperative on the part of the government for letting do them because the government be need support internationally. The government needs support internationally and even the implementation of the communique. The government get for implement and particularly the way we get for do with electoral reforms and national unity because it hangs on a huge amount of money for the development of this country. Without that one, we cannot get the MCC. Without that one, we cannot get support from some international partner. The election is very, very crucial. And not just that the electoral reform therefore be based on what the APC and SNPP then think. Then therefore look at international observers mission statement. Waiting and pick up those evidence and discuss them. So people get right for things. That is the reason why many people and the things so now the level of mistrust we don't deal with society. Level of mistrust between this political party, even the politicians, and not trust themselves. There's this level, everybody they think say this person they can't hear me because he want for 3 foot to me. This person they can't hear me because he want for see this side of me. So if we then are a nation we are in trust nobody, we not trust to institutions, we not trust nobody, then there's a problem. Because we not going to continue for the wait for people outside for they can't tell we waiting for do or how for settle matter. So for me, I think say the people outside, the ordinary Israeli get rights for things that way. And you see the views of the people. Most of them they say they want peace. Sierra Leoneans not for managing life. What's peace they getting Lily and Natty, able for take care of your family. It's good for him. So for most Sierra Leoneans, now peace they want, and we hope say that the people, the moral guarantors on the government side, those on the APC side, go find a common ground. It's about finding a common ground. For me, I believe say the government go implement the electoral reforms. The issue of the prisoners, I think say there is a stumbling block. The stumbling block is major that then go then remove prisoners them from prison, and some of them go up to now government not see them. But for let somebody like the chief minister say, let the government, if Dr. Richard Conte or Dr. Kaifala Mara bring them prisoner and then they go begin the discussion. I think the responsibility of the safety and security of the state is in the hands of the government. Now the government therefore secure and guide this country, and not to the opposition in any day, not to the opposition and responsibility for ensure the safety and security of people in correctional service centers, that the government. So that particular talk, they way down the belt. I think say there is a better way the chief minister perhaps could have put it, that let's discuss. These people are not in prison. There is no way government can release people that are not in prison. They are already out there. Let us find a way that we can get these prisoners back, and then you bring your list, we look at them, what's at the crime we then commit, and if it related to politics or civil protests, then we can release them, because that is what the communique says.
But from the back and forth where the two parties then they get in this, you think say they really think that path they say, let we put this behind we get an assignment where we supposed for fulfill for the sake of national unity?
I think say this small bickering, this small palaver who they get, they take nobody no side. It's just they put this, it's just they stall this country. Other countries are progressing. Other countries can get their own political divide. But when it comes to issues that for push the country go before, they all the rally behind the issues and they. So for me, I think say the people were involved, the political party, the government, therefore be sincere about the implementation, and then therefore be genuine. Say this, we are going to implement it despite what. But for me, I think so the crux of the matter is the electoral reforms. I think say there is a point in time where we will therefore ensure say we election is as transparent as possible. We all watching the ball in Liberia. We all the collate, we all the how the electoral commission go about and call the results, polling station by polling station, so very transparent. We make Liberia they are the map of democracy. But for we now, we election go so many hue and cry, so many mistrust from the onset up to the time we hold the election, until the time we announce the result, and even international players, not just we now get issues with the election, international players, they all get issues with the election. But the fact of the matter is that government initially for no say they may want to let the vice president chair this electoral committee. The fact that government change and realize say they forget tripartite agree to the point of having tripartite chair, it means they have the political they have the political will to do it. So just they encourage government, we encourage your opposition for let them do this thing with all amount of sincerity, so that in the future we no go get this small political palaver so we go stall this nation.
Quickly, now just say from viewers them, and they take just two from YouTube. This first one from Mr. Peace. They say APC never wanted to take part in any discussion with the SLPP, just for the interest of the people of Sierra Leone.
All right, on the Facebook page, Tariq, they say both the APC and SLPP are a disgrace to our beloved country. From independence to now, all they have done is divide the country into their interests.
Fuad Kamara on YouTube, they say no honesty from both parties, mainly from the government.
All right, and the final one I will take this morning. All right, it come for Honorable Abdul Kabo. This person, they say, Honorable Abdul Kabo, they inform the public on issues them where we need for to get seriously.
All right. Well, from them to comment, then they go back now London. Also, we get Alpha Jobba, a political analyst. We don't do tune the program this morning. When they wrap up the program now, Alpha Job going forward as a political analyst, what do you think saying that the right approach from both parties, the government and the opposition, for ensure say then do what they don't sign up to for the benefit of Salon people and for development? Because this same communique, the MCC, where government will they celebrate this BNTM, it tied to the same communique where they not look want for further for implement.
Well, the government and the opposition just get for implement this agreement, because the closest we don't to peace. This time is struggle for the soul of the nation. So they not say all man they look up to them for implement. in as much as we don't need MCC, we don't need international indices or benchmarks or promises for implement goodwill and virtue for people in Asalo. You know, it's so frustrating to see that people then they wait for them promise we money before we do what is right, or wait for people and come in before do what is right. It's totally unacceptable and it's totally wrong. But again, as we say, we agree and we accept to things, and also because we're weak, or also because we afraid, and because we want for the peace reign. So the government have look into that, realizing each parties get for give out, they get for give out for the peace reign. Because this is my journey for the soul of our nation. This is the closest we don't go to peace in the past 5-6 years. So we are on behalf of the public, on behalf of me as a peace-loving citizen, and somebody who want for peace, I don't go in the streets. What have you? You are implement to the fullest. Thank you very much.
This morning, a name na Alpha Joba, a political scientist and also a social commentator where they analyze on various issues that they happen at Salon.
Alright, so as we wrap up this edition, we come to the other studio guests now. We're now Thomas Dixon, a social commentator and a journalist. As we wrap up the program, what's the message we go left out there to the public, especially the two parties them were involved in this agreement, government and the APC, as to what needs to be done for move the process forward?
I think government get the greatest responsibility for ensure say this communique is implemented, and as such, I want to use this opportunity for encourage government, particularly the moral guarantor on the side of the government, for ensure say this thing has to be implemented. Today you might be in governance, tomorrow you might be in opposition. If we have a very transparent election, I think say it will be good for any political party. If we have a very open system, I think say it will be good for we all. So on the side of the opposition, the opposition go want for let things happen one time. But they also get for look at some of the constraints. This is a third world country, and there are constraints where government they go through. Then get for look at them. But government get for ensure the greatest responsibilities on them to ensure that they provide the resources, human resources, financial resources, to ensure that all the points in this communique implemented. Because at the end of the day, it is the people of Sierra Leone that would have the impact.
Many thanks to the program this morning, Thomas Dixon in name. Well, many thanks to the production team. We bring this edition of the program to Una. Tune in at 8 to 8:30 for the one-on-one show, so we will continue the discussion on politics and a focus on the agreement for national unity where government been signed with the APC. Until we meet again, Mabel Kabadi say, have yourself a wonderful day and goodbye.
Continue for Watch Liberty Online TV for you well-balanced and accurate information. Make sure say you share all with social media handles them. Now by that way, you safe go support Liberty Online TV for grow. Mina Khadija Bangura, they say have a good day.
This is Liberty Online TV powered by Orange Sierra Leone.
Orange.